What's up, YouTube? It's me back doing another video, but of course this gonna be a testimony video just to show y'all how God is. I just can't put into words of why he's so good to me. I don't understand it, but nonetheless I'm gonna just share this with y'all. For months I've been dealing with health issues, knocked me off my feet really, and I just been going through it. I'm very in tune with my body, you know. I've been dealing with my health for 22 years. I got sick at 10. I'm 30. I forgot how old I am. I'll be 31 this year. So, I pay attention to my body and I know when something's off. But this time I couldn't figure out what was going on because one of the symptoms I was having was my blood sugar just dropping. And I mean, it would drop fast down to like 40s, 50s. And with that, I was real weak. Like, it took everything out of me. Feeling like I was going to pass out, all this stuff. So, it kept happening. And as stubborn as I am, I was just like, I can't stay at home like this because with my sugar dropping this low and I'm so weak, I get in here and pass out. Who's going to know that I passed out? Who's going to be here? Nobody, you know? So, I called my aunt and, like always, she said, she pack your stuff and come on. So, I came here and, I just kept going through it's just like everything just kept hitting me at once, but I couldn't put my finger on it because it was just so much stuff happening. I couldn't really decipher what was what. So like I said, the sugar thing was the first thing. So I went there. They said, "Oh, your pancreas is producing too much insulin." Okay, so what's next? You know. Then my stomach started to act up like every week. I always have stomach issues, but it just kept messing up. And I just kept spiking these high fevers, like 102. And I was at first thinking, I'm just like, okay, Katrina, maybe it's your sarcoid. Sarcoid is like an inflammatory disease. And it can attack different organs and stuff like that. But I have a more systematic type. And with mine, I just have flare-ups where I'll just get swollen lymph nodes throughout my body, and my body will hurt real bad and stuff like that. And I'll spike fevers. But usually the fevers go away quick, with taking Tylenol and like an extra dose of prednisone. So this fever would stay on me for days and then go away. So I'm just like, what's going on? Like, my sarcoid fever it's not like this. Going in and out the hospital, same old thing. They ain't listening, oh, you're fine, da 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 da. So the last time that I had got sick, it started with my stomach. So it was like I had been feeling bad for probably 2 days, and I was just tired. I was like, I really don't feel like going to no hospital. Like, I was just over it. And I just didn't feel good. So this day, I laid around all day, and when I went to the bathroom, like, I started getting nauseous. Then I actually started vomiting. But when I started vomiting, I was just throwing up straight blood. Not streaks of blood, just blood. So that was my cue. Go to the hospital. So I get to the hospital, go and get checked, and they did a CT scan of my stomach and stuff, and they was like, yes, a lot of inflammation, and we can tell, so Ended up admitting me because I was dehydrated. Levels was off and everything. Sugar was dropping. Okay, so they admit me. And so got admitted, and then it was just like I kept telling. I said something still don't feel right with my stomach. Like I said, this is not normal, and I kept showing them like I also have ascites too, and ascites is like a fluid buildup in your stomach. You know, still don't know what's causing that, or you know what's going on with that, but I'm dealing with that too. So my stomach is already kind of protruding from the fluid, but it was different this time because it was like in a certain area it was more hard, and it was just like something doesn't feel right. Even when I'm eating, something feels off, and I said I'm getting this pain that's shooting up my back. Something's not right with my stomach. So they were just like, okay, well, we're gonna do endoscopy so we can look inside your stomach and see what's going on. So they and they were gonna do the endoscopy too because they want I have ulcers too. Listen, y'all, I got a lot of stuff going on, but you know, nonetheless, I keep it pushing. Like nothing's wrong. But anyway, so with me throwing up blood, they wanted to make sure that I didn't, trigger my ulcers, or that I had a tear in my stomach from throwing up so much. So I get my endoscopy done, and the results said that I had gastritis and esophagitis and pancreatitis. So basically, all that is the gastritis is inflammation of your stomach. Esophagitis is the inflammation of your esophagus, and pancreatitis is inflammation of your pancreas. Whenever you see itis on the end of something in medical terms, it's inflammation. So hit with that. Now, meanwhile, I'm already in the hospital and they're giving me all this medicine and in pain and all this stuff. And those fevers started again. So yeah, it was one day I was just laying down and I felt it coming on, and I told the nurse, but when she checked it, I didn't have a fever. Cause my body started getting warm, and I was like, it's a fever coming. Like I can feel the fever trying to come. I said it ain't here yet, but I'm gonna get it. So I took a nap. I woke up. My body was just shut down. Couldn't move, nothing. Paged the nurse, told her, she came in, checked my temperature through my mouth, and it kept saying something lower. But she was like, Katrina, I can feel the heat coming off of you. Your fever's higher than that. So they did a rectal. Now my temperature when she did it orally said like 99 something. When she checked it rectal, I was 102. So at that moment, the doctor had ordered her to do some labs, cultures to see if an infection was brewing. So they did labs. That test came back positive when it came back. Something was growing. They did some more, and then they did a culture from my catheter that I had. So everything came back positive once it was all said and done. An infection was there, and the infection was more than likely in my catheter. And then they had did another heart thing to check my heart, and they seen yet again another spot on the valve of my heart. I'm still taking it all in, just taking it. So they said, Katrina, we think we got to take your catheter out. And I was just like, okay, but I'm not gonna do it here. I said, you got to send me out because that doctor is not touching me anymore. Never mind y'all, I told y'all the first time I had got an infection from this doctor and what I went through. He wasn't touching me anymore. So they transferred me to Riverside. Get to Riverside, and you know, they do some more testing and do some more testing, and then they come back and say, "Hey, Katrina, um, your catheter has to come out. Um, you're septic. You got another heart infection." I mean, they just kept hitting me with all this stuff, and I was still dealing with the other stuff, and I already had like a little breakdown, but it was just so much, y'all. And I needed that to let it out. I just next thing I know, I just started crying because I was so stressed out. I'm like, man, yet again here I am dealing with another heart infection, and um, they tell me that my sugar dropping was an effect of having the infection. Basically telling me that the infection was pretty much eating up my sugar and everything. So I thought back like, okay, I've been sick since May. I've been sick since May. And they just brushed me off until I got to the end result, which led me to being septic again, having another heart infection, needing to have my catheter removed. I mean, it was a lot. So, the doctor's in there talking, and, I'm talking back to him. And next thing you know, y'all, I just broke down in the middle of them talking. I had to let it out because I was just holding so much stuff in. You try to be so strong sometimes, but sometimes you gotta cry, man. You gotta let that stuff out because it's like that releases half of the stress. So I was waiting for them to finish talking and saying what the plan was and what we were gonna do, and all that. But the good thing was that this infection wasn't as bad as the last infection I had, which that was a staph infection. So they leave the room, and still kind of down, but still trying to just try to keep my mind busy so I don't just keep worrying and stressing myself out to death. So I was writing, I was coloring, I was just doing whatever I could to try to keep my mind busy. But I just kept breaking down. Like, I'll be talking to the nurse 1 minute, next minute, I'm just bawling, crying. Um, and they were pretty nice. I didn't deal with any, like rude or nasty type of nurses. They were very compassionate. They were encouraging me, telling me how strong I am. And, sometimes when you don't have it, God will put people in your life to, give you that boost and remind you that you're going to be okay. You just got to, sometimes when you're going through a lot of stuff, it's like, yeah, God, you love God, but sometimes it's just rough, you know? But I bounced back, you know, and kept it pushing. Um, I just wanted to just share that part with y'all. So just to show y'all that God is just he's very real in my life, and I can't thank him enough. Um, I don't understand why he loves me the way that he does, because sometimes you just feel undeserving, like I'm not perfect by far, but He loves me and he shows me. Um, Even in my worst situation, he protects me, even when I don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be septic that long and still be here, who else but God? So, you know, life can be hard, y'all. Life can be hard. You can be up today and down tomorrow. But just keep your faith, keep it pushing. And even if your faith get a little weary, it's always good to have like praying people, positive people to help lift you back up. You know. And that's all I got. Like, that's all I got. You know. I have my days, but for the most part, I'm keeping it pushing like always. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can do. You know, sure enough, my body gets tired. I get tired of, going through this health stuff, but I feel like I go through it because of God knows my purpose. God knows my strength because He gives it to me to be able to, share my story with other people to help them, you know. So that's all I can do is just thank Him for the strength that He gives me because I know I couldn't do this on my own at all. Because, y'all, it get hard. It really does. It really does. But I do the best that I can. But, I just thank Him. I just thank Him, and I just thank Him for, you know, my aunt for, being here. She's so giving and is never, I'm worrying her or, I'm tired of doing this or tired. She just does it from the heart, and I just love her so much because she's been a big help. Um, I know she always praying for me, and she knows how I am, so she's not like, uh, I guess too much overbearing. You know what I'm saying? Like when I told her what was going on, she did more of trying to encourage me, lift my spirits up than, like, oh, well, feeling sorry for me. And, because I don't like for people to do that. I don't want people to feel sorry for me or, oh, well, I wish you didn't have to go. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the sympathy thing because, you know, if you care about me because you care about me, don't care about me because you feel sorry or, you know what I'm saying? I got health issues, but that's just a part of me. That's not all of me. Um, but y'all, that's all I can say. Is God is good, and like I said, if anybody knows about life being hard, I do. Let me tell you, because I'm telling you, I done been through it. I done been through hell and back, and you know, a lot of people just see my health, but I've really been through some things. So that's why I know God is real. Um, God's just everything. He's more than amazing to me. And you just can't put into words sometimes. You can't even just gather His plan, and you'll never really understand. You'll never really understand. But I'm trusting Him to keep leading and guiding me and protecting me and just, you know, giving me the strength to be as strong as I am and go through the things that I go through and just keep going on with life. You know, I don't complain about it. Oh, woe is me. I don't do that. Sometimes I just get tired. I do get tired. I do get frustrated. I do get sad. You know, I'm only human. And when you go through as much as I go through with this health stuff, it's bound to happen. But at the end of the day, I know that God got me. And no matter what, or anything that the devil tries to throw at me that's supposed to be my downfall, God is always there to pick me right up and show him, like, you ain't got no hold on her at all, you know. But that's all I wanted to say. Thank God that I'm feeling better. Um I'm still dealing with this heart infection. It'll take some time. Um but I know I'll be healed. Uh still trying to heal from the other surgeries and all this other stuff, but I'm gonna be all right. But that's all I have to say, y'all. Stay good. And just, no matter what you're going through in life, just know you're going to come out of it. Maybe it's something you need to learn, some type of elevation coming. But everything bad that happens in your life, don't look at it as something bad. And I ain't just telling you stuff what I heard from somebody else. I'm telling you because I know. I've lived through it. I'm going through it now. And it just rings true. All right, y'all. I'm gone.